Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians.
Today's song is a request by Roger, one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you for your support and your song suggestion. He actually suggested a song that I know and I love, and it's very beautiful. This is Bread, which is a very cute name for a band, I would say. And the name of the song is If. So I would say let's go and get it started and see what's it all about.
If a picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you? The words will never show the you I've come to know. If a face could launch 1,000 ships, then where am I to go? There's no one home but you. You're all that's left me to. And when my love for life is running.
Wow, I don't know why, but I didn't expect it to be so beautiful. Until now, I was specifically captured by some of the chords that suddenly comes and has such a different color. It was also in the beginning, it was less obvious. I mean, it's more obvious when he sings, and also you can hear the melody, the melody that he sings, and also with the music. But also in the beginning, which was very also interesting with this really like this. Like big reverbs, or I don't know what to call them.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. That what instrument is that?
Vibraphone, I think, or I think it was just a synthesizer, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Also in the beginning, before the singer started to sing, it was also at some of the notes was the harmony also like one note like really out of the context, and it was so like exciting. But then as the singer started, you could really hear these notes that they are suddenly out of the context, and maybe like maybe you can then later look at the harmonies and say what kind of the chords they use. But it was definitely not normal like chords. And what a beautiful melody he chose to sing the lyrics with.
To go, there's no one home but you. You're all that's left me to. And when my love for life is running dry, you come and pour yourself on me. If a man could be two places at one time, I'd be with you tomorrow and today, beside you all the way. If the world should stop with all things spinning slowly down to die, I'd spend the end with you. And when the world was through, then one by one the stars would all go out. Then you and I would simply fly away.
I didn't at all expect it to be so beautiful. I mean, especially with the beginning and also the arrangement, which was really simple. I didn't expect the melody that the singer sings is could be so interesting, so many interesting intervals, such an unusual melody, and such beautiful surprises in the melody that he sings. And it was not at all like he was like, oh, okay, I have a beautiful lyrics and there is not very like fancy arrangement, so I can just take a sweet melody and just sing the song. But he was really like putting his soul into the melody that he was singing. It was it, so I mean, I think it was one of my most favorite singer melodies. I don't know if that makes
Yeah,
sense
I know what you mean.
until
Yeah.
now from a song that I've heard. And also about the guitar acoustic, such a great choice of an instrument too, because guitar acoustic, when you played like that with like these chords like that they are like this, they're going and coming and like that, I feel it like it's so suitable for an intimate romantic song like that, And as I was completely in the song and I was thinking, how perfect is the match of this beautiful voice with this beautiful melody and this beautiful guitar is, then I was thinking that it couldn't be more perfect than that and it's completely enough. But then the strings came and I was like, oh, even better. And I mean, I think that we needed that long just the guitar, I mean also with the other instrument, but just the guitar and the singer. But then as the string came, it was like, oh, it's like it was melting your heart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even with the minimal instruments that you mentioned, it was very interesting to have like different texture and like save the very specific or special texture for like toward the middle of it, or like kind of like the second verse, because we didn't hear like a climax, like a traditional climax in this song, which is, I guess, predictable. Songs like this that has like they have a softer side, they don't usually have a climax, and I love that about them, that they has such a like a intimacy and restraint that they don't ever explode like a big climax. But at the same time, there's so much for you to explore, especially in this one, aside from the instrumentation. And I think that effect that we were talking about, after I listen more, I feel like it's a guitar, like one note of the guitar that they take that, and then they maybe like they suspend that and like maybe make it a little bigger or add some effects to it, because it really has that pluck moment in the beginning of it. So I don't think it would be a synthesizer that you can just press a key. I don't know. That was just I was trying to figure it out, but it kind of added a little dreamy texture to it. I could do a little less with that with the song. I feel like at some points, especially when the strings were coming, it was like, okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Like especially with that big of a vibrato, but I liked it, especially in the beginning, in the intro, that it had that. But speaking of the complexity, I was just looking at the chords, and even though the song is in A major, it has not that many like traditional like or like simple triads, like only 3-note chords. Almost everything here is either like an added note to it, like it starts with an A major with an added 9, so it has like a second interval or a ninth interval, depending on how you want to voice that. And then we have an A major 7, which is here, but then we have a second suspension. So again, we have like a second interval in that. And then we have an A7 with again a suspension too. So then we have like again like a lot of second intervals in every chord. and it really does not resolve until much later, or when it actually goes on E7. We really rarely see like just a normal A major or like a D minor something. They're mostly like kind of like they have something to it, which is very, very much like this song to me. It's very simple on the surface, but there's like every little melody and every note, there's like not as simple as you think. And then once we get to the chorus, the bass line has like this beautiful like walking line from F sharp minor, which is kind of like that, and then we go to F sharp minor, but then we change the bass, and then we change the bass, and then we change the bass to this. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes that the bass is kind of like a walking bass, and on the top, and then the walking bass is just so beautiful. And I didn't really pay attention to the bass until the very last second, that it kind of like stood out, and I was like, oh my god, the bass is there. And I should probably listen to it again and then find the bass line here. I'm guessing it's gonna adds such a beautiful texture. We just have to listen for it more. But it was very, very pleasant to listen to, even though I had heard the song. But it was kind of like, again, I was reminded that what a beautiful song it is.
Yeah, as you said, I was a little sad to hear, especially in the string part. That thing, it was like, I would really love to hear it without that, I don't know, synthesizer or whatever sound is that, or at least replace it with another instrument, like an electric guitar or like an acoustic instrument. I don't know, like really low piano chords or something, or I don't know, piano notes, like very low, or I don't know, something instead of this. The thing with the harmony was that not only the singer was doing this, like from time to time, using this really interesting chords, and just suddenly go to another note or a chord that makes you so surprised and it's so different. But also, even sometimes when the singer's melody was like normal and didn't have these chords, if you would listen to the guitar line, sometimes the guitar only had this really sad or emotional chords or like notes, and then it was playing in the background. And yeah, and as you said, the whole music didn't have like a flashy thing, like a solo part or like a really big climax or something. But for me, it felt like there wasn't a really like starting like low and then going up, building up, and then having a climax and then resolve. But for me, it felt when especially the strings came, and then he was using also some like crazy notes. It was for me like felt like a climax, but not a climax of like this, that you go at on top of the mountain and then you come out, come down. It was getting bigger, and it was like more like a horizontal climax rather than a vertical climax. And it felt like in this part there is like a storm of, or a very big sea of so many emotions. So it was emotionally climax, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was such a good choice to not have a climax or like these solo parts or something, because it felt like so intimate, or like especially with the guitar acoustic, it felt like somebody sitting there next to their partner and then having like a guitar acoustic, and they're just singing to the person. That felt like intimate, not like a song that was to show off or something. So that's it for today's video. We really, at least I really enjoyed this, and I think I would listen to it so much more, and we hope you also enjoyed it as well. And thank you, Roger, for your support and your song suggestion. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!
Bye.